Hi guys, Andy May here. Welcome back to the channel. Thank you for clicking in and watching. I thought I'd just kind of do a makeup inventory update. It's been 2 months since my last inventory update. I figured I'd do it kind of every 2 months because I started on February, then April, then June 10th. So it's been 10 days since I've done this. So the numbers are already fluctuated from this. So I thought I'd get into it and let you know a couple products that I have bought. There was a Dollar Tree haul last week. So if you're interested in some Wet n Wild makeup that I ended up getting for $1, I added 2 face powders, 2 blushes, 2 BB creams, 3, total of 5 lip products, and 2 smudge pots by e.l.f. They were all $1, so it was really hard to resist, and I did resist the eyeshadows. They had the little 5-pan eyeshadows and then the long like 12 or 14-pan eyeshadows from the Wet n Wild line. And I decided not to get those because I do have 20 eyeshadow palettes, so I really don't need more. But before I had even gotten that, I had purchased a couple lip products while I was at CVS because I had a $3 off when you spend $10, I think, on beauty items, and then NYX was actually 25% off at the time, and I had another $3 off coupon. Like, it all just worked out really well, so I got these for really cheap, and 2 of these are ones that I've been wanting to try, the soft matte lip creams. I actually got the color Athens and Cans, I don't know how to say it, but they're 2 nudie colors, of course, like always for me. And then I got another one of their butter lipsticks because I have one that I got from Ipsy that I really liked, and it's kind of weird. That one's called Pops Explosive, and this one is called Root Beer Float, and the colors look really, really similar. Maybe just a slight hair of a different shade, but they all say BLS 17, so I don't know, do all of the lipsticks have BLS S17? I'm not sure. Maybe the Pops Explosive got replaced with Root Beer Float. I'm not sure, but I did add 3 lip products along with the other stuff I added with Wet n Wild that I couldn't resist, so my no buy for June is completely ruined. Hopefully I'll get through July without buying anything else. So let's just go ahead and get into my numbers here. I decided to kind of mark it. The pink means that it went up, yellow, green means it went down, and the blue means it just kind of stayed the same. And I did mark them as I went down, so the last one looked really bad, like everything had went up, and I believe I was on a no buy or a low buy on most of that stuff, so I want it to be these. So this last time doesn't look too bad. The only things I went up with was highlighters. I went up from 9 to 11, and brows I went from 7 products to 8 products, but one of them was for Mother's Day, so it's not necessarily my fault. Everything else looks really good. I went from 21 primers to 16 primers. I've really been pumping through using a bunch of like the samples and everything because this includes all sample foil pack, like everything is included for these. Concealers I went from having 7 to 5, so that's good. Foundations I went from 19 to 15. Powders I went from 11 to 10. Bronzer contours I went from 16 to 15, and I want to say that was because I used all of Hoola, I believe. Blush I went from 34 to 33. I went highlights 9 to 11, which isn't good. Setting sprays I went from 3 to 2. Palettes I went from 22 to 21 because it includes my NYX face palette. The other 20 palettes are all eyeshadow. Eyeshadows I went from 43 to 43, it stayed the same. Liners I went from 24 to 23, so that's good. Mascara I went from 7 to 7, no change. Brows I went from 7 to 8, which was a gift. Lips went from 77 to 75, and that's one of the ones that just like bites me in the ass, and it's because I bought lip products. So even decluttering the ones that I had, I brought too many in. And I was actually given a couple Wet n Wild ones and a couple Jordana ones. So just not doing good with that number. I'd really like to get my lips lip products down to about 50, and then I think that gives me a fair range of everything, and that's enough. That's my goal for that, is to get it down to 50. Nails, I went from 53 to 46, which is awesome. I'm really getting through the nail strips. And lotions, I went from 17 to 15, like I said in the last one. It makes me mad because I had so many coming in. I still had a couple that came in, and I worked through some of the bigger bottles, so I think that's why it wasn't as big of a number. I didn't work through a bunch of little bottles. I'm using the bigger ones first, I think. Body sprays, I went from 1 to 0, and I'm no longer buying body sprays. I don't need them. I don't prefer them. I'd rather have perfumes. And perfumes, I went from having 11 to having 9, which is great. I just used up another one, I think, and then I actually ordered some from Harvey Prince because they were free. You just have to pay shipping and handling, which is $6.50, which is great for a little rollerball of perfume. I've liked almost every scent I've gotten from them, so need to keep an eye on this and not let it get out of control. And then I decided to start going through and kind of marking how much these products cost that I've used up. So to date, from February to June, I don't know all the stuff that I used up those first couple months, which kind of sucks because I didn't have it actually written down. But now that I have like a detailed inventory that has each individual product written down and what I'm using, it's much easier. But currently I've used $229 worth of product, so I'm just going to keep adding to that tally, I think, every month, and see how much money I can actually use up. I know I haven't put a ton of money into my collection this year, so it makes me happy to see that I've used that much. I just really, I haven't successfully stayed on a no-buy any of the months. March, I didn't stay on a no-buy because I got stuff for my birthday. June or April, I don't think I stayed on a no-buy. I think I ended up getting stuff. June, April, May, June, I think every month I've ended up getting something. And I feel really bad right now because I was doing so good, and then the Wet n Wild stuff showed up in Dollar Tree, and I was like, I don't need it. But then I got there, and I was like, I really like these Velvet Matte Lip Crayons. I really like Wet n Wild blushes, and I was just like, But I've been going through my collection, and with the bi-weekly makeup baskets, kind of seeing what I do and don't like, and I've actually managed to declutter a few things. I had the e.l.f. Light and dark blush palette, so it had like 4 pans of blush in there. There was only one from the light palette. There was 2 shades that I really liked, but one of them, I wore it and it didn't look good on me. Like, I didn't like the way it looked on me, so I can't keep something because I like the color, but I can't use it. So I actually decluttered 3 of the light shades and 1 of the dark shades that had the glitter in it because I didn't like that one to my daughter, and I kept 3 of the dark ones and 1 of the light ones. So there's 4 blushes out of my collection right there, where I just admitted to myself that I'm not going to use these. These aren't colors that I prefer, and I'm reaching for everything other than these. I also got rid of 2 more of my The Balm In-Stain blushes. They were the bright reddy kind of colored one and then a bright corally one. I'm not going to wear it. I never wear the bright blushes. It's hard for me to even get myself to use a pink blush. I prefer neutral, light pink, like nudie pink kind of blushes, or peachy blushes. I don't like blushes that have glitter. I don't mind blushes that have shimmer. So I just kind of got really real with myself and worked on that. I've been working through quite a few products too, so I'm excited for the next update. I already know that a bunch of these categories are going to look basically the same as this, like everything's going down, so that makes me happy. I feel like even though I've slipped and bought stuff, I'm working really hard on painting stuff. I only have my Project Tin Pan Roulette going right now, but I have recently finished up 3 lip products, 3 eyeshadow sticks, a blush, and I'm just really working on my products, and it makes me happy, and to know that I'm getting the use out of these things. I don't have any permanent number goals other than my lip products. I'd really like to be at 50. Setting sprays, I'd like to stay at 1. Primers, I'd like to bring that down too, where I basically have like a mattifying primer and a hydrating primer. Like, I don't need so many primers, so I'm just kind of working on everything. I'm working on the smaller sizes, admitting when I don't like something and getting rid of it. Just working through my collection, and I'm really happy with it so far. So sorry if you guys find this kind of video boring. I thought I'd just give you a little inventory update. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Give me a thumbs up if you did. Subscribe if you'd like to see more, and hope to see you in the next video. Bye guys.